like my first job, legal job, was working at Chick-fil-A. And I
Mm.
remember before I touched like a fryer or anything, cash register, anything like that, they set me down and I watched a tutorial video. And in that tutorial video, it went through like the code of conduct, and it's just everything that you should abide by, the way that you should work at Chick-fil-A. And I was thinking, but as a race, why don't we have like a instructional video? And that's when I
Mhm.
created the Melanin Code. We
Mm.
go through all areas of activity, and this was inspired by brother Neely Fuller Jr. Rest in peace. And honestly, you by you, Tariq Nasheed, like a lot of like the influencers, the people that are on the front lines. And so this just, I was like, you know what? Let me get some pretty intelligent people and put them on screen. And of course, you were definitely one of them. You were like one of the main. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to see this film because Dr. Voice like killed it. It was
Wow.
so much knowledge that you put up there. It was hard for me to edit some of the stuff out of it. So yeah,
Wow.
that's what
Wow.
kind of inspired me to do this. And it just one thing just led to another, and I had the Melanin Code.
Wow, man. I'm flattered that you said that. Thank you. It's I it to give you just sort of from my perspective on this, man, I was talking to my friend today about a play my wife and I went to go see yesterday with the kids called The Da Vinci Code. And I talked to my friend and she randomly says, yeah, I read the book. I read the book and I saw the movie. I said, "Oh, you read the book?" And in the book, several hundred pages, and if you've ever seen the Da Vinci Code, it's complex and symbols and
Mhm.
history and religion and everything. And I said, that gives me hope for humanity that there are people that really appreciate complex ideas because sometimes you feel like you live in this TikTok world where you ain't gonna get nobody's attention unless you shaking your booty and dancing on, you know what I mean? Like just doing goofy stuff, goofy TikTok dances. And I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in a world where only the simple ideas are interesting. I want to live in a world where we're searching for truth.
Mhm.
I want to live in a world where we will sit back and think about something for a minute and really try to process like, okay, how do we fix this thing? I want to live in a world where we're looking for solutions, not one where we feel just incarcerated by the problem. And I almost feel, and tell me what you think about this, I almost feel that because there's so much money being made by us being incarcerated by the problem, because there are people who have just made it their life mission to keep us sort of trying to manage a problem. There isn't a lot of interest in providing a solution. Like when you provide a solution, it's like either it's too much work, right? Now I'm accountable. Now I can't sit in the victim box and pretend like there's nothing I can do because you just told me what I could do, right?